What scares you? Me? I'll tell you, feeling helpless. And let me illustrate. So about a year ago, I'm at a conference out in LA, and I get a call from my wife at 9 p.m., which is 11 p.m. here in the central US. And it's kind of odd because I had just called a couple hours before, talked to all my kids, put everyone pretty much to bed, and I was just surprised. So I answer it. My wife is hysterical. On the other line, she's saying that there is some strange man knocking at the door. She doesn't know who this guy is, and she went down there and she just simply said, hey, I don't know who you are. Please leave an identification. He was saying he was a police officer. But she's like, what is he talking about? She didn't understand. English is not her first language. She's there alone with my 4 kids. And you can bet I was staying on the phone with her for the next 2 hours as we tried to figure out what was going on. Turns out he was a police officer. He had left a card down there. Someone had called 911. But I can tell you, after that incident, I rethought basically the way I've got the security and the plans I've got there for my house. Really quick, I want to give you my 3 steps that I kind of walk through to be able to deal and to be able to work through situations whenever I am confronted with something that scares the heck out of me. So the first thing I do is I always think through this stuff and I'm like, okay, I've got to have a plan. We got plans for first aid, actually for first aid response in our house. I was a Boy Scout. I was in the Marine Corps. Just for me, it's something that you've got to be, I've talked with my kids about this, how to deal with the most common first aid issues, from burns to cuts. We've talked about security now. We've gone over what do you do when someone you don't know knocks on the door? What do you do if there is a fire? Next up, you want to have the right tools in place. So getting back to first aid kits. Not only do we have some of the training, and I always think we can do better, but we've got 3 first aid kits strategically placed in the house so that my kids, so that my wife, so that anyone who's there can quickly find them. Now, when it comes to security, we now have motion detector lights. We've also got, good locks on the doors, but I have installed security cameras, guys, and I want to share this with you. Really cool. All right, guys, so as you can see, we're looking at my screen now. Let's go ahead and jump into the FLIR Secure app. And let's pull up my Lorex security cameras. Now, guys, Lorex is the paid sponsor of today's video, and I love their cameras, guys. I looked at quite a few different cameras out there. I needed something that could deal with extreme temperatures. It gets cold here in Wisconsin. Lorex down to negative 30 degrees Celsius, up to 60 degrees Celsius, which is like 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Another thing I love about them is they were easy to install. This is my house. I'm on the other side of town, and what's cool is anywhere in the world, using this app, I can see what's going on in my house. And so, yeah, there's my front porch. This one is also installed on my front porch, but it views that between my house and my neighbor and what's going on here. So that story I talked about, that police officer, I would be able to see him right here if I had had this stuff installed. And going over, now we've got over the back entrance of my house, and I can see no one's back there. Over here, my neighbor's garage, but I can also see this side of my house, and now looking on the other way towards the front. So I've got all this coverage on my house, and I'm able to see what's going on. I can go in and I can see events that have happened. It's been 3 days since I installed this, and I can go in and I can see, okay, this happened at this time. This is my porch at night. And there are no lights here. What we're using here is the nocturnal security vision that they've got. It's this long range color night vision that's good up to about 175 feet with the color night vision and 250 feet with their infrared night vision. Guys, this is one of the coolest features of the whole Lorex system, is the fact that these cameras can see in the dark. Now, a couple things is the housing of these cameras is tough. We're talking a metal housing, these things. So if someone comes and tampers with them, they're going to have a tough job actually just vandalizing these cameras. Another thing is the power. So guys, you don't need an outlet. The power comes from the Ethernet cable that connects to each of these. Now, they've also got, when it comes to the recording, the whole NVR storage, which is basically the network video recorder. So I've got a hard drive down in my basement, which is recording all of this. So I can go back, I can see stuff that's been recorded for days. I'm having a lot of fun with this, guys. I highly recommend you check out this company. Guys, those Lorex cameras are amazing. I'm linking to them down in the description. Go check out those reviews. I actually bought other cameras and I choose to use these because they're just that good. And when it comes to the security of my family, knowing what's going on, guys, I think spending a little bit more and getting something that is just great quality is worth it. Now, the third step is actually going through and knowing how to use and executing and practicing those plans. So with, first aid, we talk about what to do if someone is bleeding and the bleeding is not stopping. What to do when someone actually has burnt themselves and they show me and they walk me through. Not that, in the situation, I know panic will set in to an extent, but it is something that hopefully they breathe and they say, you know what? Okay, I remember Dad said this, this, and this. I will follow, and they'll at least get started. The plan is nothing, but planning is everything. Hopefully you enjoyed this. A little bit different than my normal style stuff, but I felt it's an important message and something that, I, again, have been looking for cameras for a long time. So I'm linking the Lorix down in the description. Go check them out. Awesome company, guys. Let me know also down in the comments your biggest fear. Come on. I share with you guys mine. I know it's pretty general, being helpless, and there are many other things I'm kind of always thinking through the different scenarios and things that could happen. But I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments. What is your biggest fear? Let me know. Come on. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.